cinnamon bun. Welcome to a journal video. So it's been about 6 months since I have been using my bullet journal, and it's all filled up, and now it's time to start a new one and set up my month. Actually, I feel like my last several journals have all lasted almost exactly 6 months, which is weirdly satisfying. So let's get into it. The first thing, so I think if you watched my last journal video, I was speaking about doing some kind of hybrid things, not using my bullet journal so much for my calendar anymore, but keeping the daily logs and using iCal on my phone for future planning and stuff. And so over the past few months, I've been doing my daily logs as normal and still using those. But I haven't set up a monthly spread since April. And I haven't sifted through and migrated things since April. So that is what I'm doing to start with. I just went through all of my pages that I haven't sifted through and closed off any open bullets, migrated things, and just kind of took stock of that, of those pages for the last time, since I'm archiving this journal, which is finished now. And I'm doing what I normally do, which is using these stickers that come with the long term journals, and just adding some labels to archive it, and I'll just stick it in the pile with my other old journals. So I think with not having set up a new month, monthly dashboard or monthly calendar or whatever, in several months now, I am realising that I got by fine without the calendar part. I think doing that digitally works pretty well, and I'm going to keep doing that. Still love my daily logs, so we'll still be using those. But one thing that I did find I lost not doing the monthly setups is taking that kind of arbitrary block of time and using that as a checkpoint, essentially, to go through my previous daily logs, and take stock of things, and follow up with things that have fallen through the cracks, and migrating things, and just chunking time down into blocks for the sake of it. I think that part is still really valuable, and so that is what I want to figure out, or want to start doing with this new setup. Is I want to still do a monthly setup, but it's not going to be with a calendar, because I do that on my phone, or if it is, I'll be duplicating it, and it'll be slightly redundant. But I don't know, as I've said before, my grasp of time and my connection with time is so fucking tenuous at points that it's almost helpful sometimes to be redundant when it comes to planning. So yeah, anyway, I got these new washi tapes. Aren't they cool? Enjoying them a lot. So yeah, this is the new journal, setting it up. Just starting off with a little title page. done, so now it's on to my future log. So this is, a bullet journal staple, right? It's like your long-term calendar, your like year at a glance calendar. And I feel like I don't really use them a ton. I didn't really use my last one a ton. But I think this is one area where, like, I really like iCal for on a week to week and kind of monthly basis, because like the different views show me what's actually going on. But when it comes to the year at a glance, or like looking at multiple months at once in iCal, that's not really a thing. Like, I can't really see my stuff. It just gives me like the dates at a glance. So I think I would like to actually start using this future log as more of a long-term overview a bit more frequently. But I still really like the layout that I had before, so this is very similar to my previous one. And something that I also like doing is like mapping out all the weeks of the year that are in each month, because again, my brain doesn't do well with dates, and so I find it a lot easier to conceptualize weeks as their number of the year. So week 1, week 2, week 3, all the way up to 52, than I do. Like, I know a lot of people use calendars and stuff which are like week beginning the Monday the blah 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 of blah blah blah. That just means nothing to me. My brain can't get around that. So I like to just use simple numbers, and just having like a map of every week of the year that I can sketch in things is really the most helpful thing that I have found. So while I go through the relaxing monotony of setting up my calendar, shall we just have a wee chat? Hi, how are you? I am doing a lot better than I have in what feels like a very long time. So things are good. A little bit up in the air, because it's me, but I'm doing really good, which is nice to be able to say finally. But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of different things that are responsible for that. I'm working at a co-working space now. I have like some kind of semi-regular work schedule, which means I'm actually working on things, and all of that has been really good for my mental health. And then there's some other stuff which I'm not going to get into, because I do have a nice big intense vlog coming up pretty soon, where you can see what's been going on with me for the past few months, and which goes into a lot more detail and stuff. So I'm not going to spoil that for you. But yeah, things have been a lot better. Thank fuck. So work-wise at the moment, I basically, a few months ago now, had to put everything else on the back burner and just focus on Story Magic Academy for our semester, which is, we're just at the kind of tail end of now. So everything else had to go on the back burner, and I actually filmed like a bunch of videos that I never managed to get to editing and putting out and stuff. So I've had this backlog for ages, which was really frustrating, because I'm very impatient, and when I film a video, if I don't get it out there very soon after, it makes me very frustrated. You know how, what's that idiom, like, about having money burning a hole in your pocket? I feel like I have videos burning a hole in my hard drive. So now that has quieted down a bit, I'm trying to catch up, make my way through the backlog, and start getting these things out. And I feel like I say this about every 3 or 6 months on YouTube, but trying to be more consistent with videos is a constant struggle, but I'm going to be trying. So there's going to be things coming up. Oh, and I messed up the week numbers here. So that's me going over them in black. That white gel pen really does not go over very well on the black Tombow, but it is what it is. And actually, looking at it, I'm like, did I actually get them right? I don't know. That's what iCal says. But if I have to change them again, that's fine. Okay, so future log done. That's the new journal setup part done. Let's move on to setting up my month for July, even though it's halfway through July. But listen, we're doing our best. So, because this is another experiment of not having a monthly calendar in my monthly dashboard, I decided to use this dashboard page in three ways, threefold. So this like stampy part is going to be for a kind of focus or tarot, like intention of the month kind of thing. I'm going to have a quarter page little task list. And then I've got my cycle list, which I've I think I've spoken about before, but it's basically just like for all the different phases of my menstrual cycle. There's my menstrual cycle. um, in the different phases of my menstrual cycle, there's different things that I like to do or have done and have prepared for the next phase. And so I just like to keep a little list where I can track as I go through that. And yeah, um, because I think, again, and I think I've mentioned this before, but I would like to go back to kind of organizing my arbitrary time chunks according to my cycle rather than to the month, because months are way more arbitrary to me than what my body is doing. So that's kind of, even though this spread says July, what it kind of means is July cycle. And whenever my next cycle starts, that is when I will set up my next spread. I think that's the plan, at least. Anyway, so now I'm just going into my future log and actually mapping out the things that I have on the agenda for the next several months. Just some Wheel of the Year things and some Academy things and stuff. And then the last thing for this setup is I'm just going to draw my tarot for the cycle or for the month. And I'm going to write the kind of messages into that box with the magpie on top. I didn't film writing that in because that's personal, baby. But yeah, this was me picking my card for the month.
Oh.
Yeah, I got the devil. It's extremely on point for the moment. I enjoyed it a lot. Anyway, here is my final flipsy. And that's it for this video. Thanks for coming along for some journal times. Yeah, like I said, I've got a big vlog coming out pretty soon, which I'm very, very excited about. I'm really proud of it. I think you're really going to like it. It's another big intense one, but I promise it's worth it. So I hope that you'll watch that. Hope you like it. Very excited about it. Otherwise, oh yeah, I do have a little bit of news as well. The yearly schedule for the Story Magic Academy has changed or is changing. It used to be that we opened every January and every July, so winter and summer. Um, and then things got disrupted because of COVID. And then I was like, well, since they've been disrupted already, maybe I should just have a think about if this is the schedule that I want to do for the foreseeable. And I decided it's not, so we're changing it. So from now on, the academy will be opening in September and March. So we're moving it more towards like the academic year. So it's going to be spring and autumn instead of winter summer, which I'm really excited about. I love doing things in autumn, so it feels right. But that's just an update. If you are someone who's been thinking about joining, we're going to be open again in September, which is very soon. So yeah, just thought you might like to know that. And that's it. Um, I'm doing good. I hope that you are too. And I hope that regardless, you're taking care of yourself as best you can. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you again in some upcoming videos. But yeah, otherwise, until next time.